Are you frustrated by your lack of progress on self improvement? Well, you're not alone. And today, I'm going to dive into a topic that is very often overlooked: the reality of failure and setbacks on the path to personal growth. So, let's explore the truth about self improvement and why it's completely normal to encounter obstacles and setbacks along the way. So, based on my own journey, I have learned firsthand that there are many challenges of self improvement and that often you have to reduce your expectations. And when it comes to breaking habits like social media addiction, despite my best intentions, I experienced failure when I attempted to quit cold turkey. And it highlighted for me the importance of perseverance and resilience in the face of these failures. So let's talk about the reality of self improvement. The first reality that you have to embrace is accepting failure. You should not only accept failure, but embrace it and hope for failure. There's a misconception that self improvement is this linear journey with continuous progress, but really, setbacks and failures are inevitable. Many famous figures had been working for decades before getting their first success, which shows like every single person who you've heard as of overnight success has been in behind the scenes grinding for 2 to 4 years at least, if not more, to achieve this overnight success. So when you embrace failure and you go out and win, and you go out and fail, then that is how you make the most progress. Because what's the difference between the guy who's making more money than you and you? What's the difference between the guy who has more muscle than you and you? It's because that guy has failed more times than you even tried. This is a very quote. The difference between a successful person and an unsuccessful person is that a successful person has failed more than the unsuccessful person has ever tried. So, when you embrace this failure, you're instantly gonna feel more okay about life and more happy as well. Because you're like, oh well, I'll recover from this, this is fine. This is nothing that can bring me down. And second thing is managing expectations. There are very unrealistic expectations, often associated with self improvement, propagated by these YouTubers. Like, for example, I'm gonna get to day 90. I'm gonna quit cold turkey. But really, we should reflect and see: is that really realistic? Like that you've been leveling up this bad habit for years and years, and you expect to just quit it overnight and never go back to it again? I think that's unreasonable. I think that's impossible, which is why you should be setting realistic goals and acknowledging that positive and meaningful change takes time and effort. And when you don't expect to quit instantly, you're not going to be as demotivated when you relapse on a bad habit. Whereas if you say your expectation to instantly quitting, then you're going to be disappointed when you relapse. And the third thing is building resilience. So resilience is the skill of getting these failures and setbacks, but continuing and not getting demotivated on your journey. So strategies for developing resilience is cultivating a growth mindset, believing you can improve at anything, because this also builds massive confidence, a growth mindset, because confidence comes from I can either do it or learn to do it or not care. And if you can learn, and if you think that you can learn to do anything, then you can be confident in any realm, if that makes sense. And also self-compassion, like imagine you're talking to 10 year old self. Would you tell your 10-year-old self that he's a failure, that he's not reaching his goals or his expectations of himself? Obviously not. Then why do you talk like that to yourself? Why are you so mean to yourself? when you don't achieve your goals. That's basically this wishy-washy thing of positive self-talk, which is actually really, really beneficial and really, really impactful. So, another lesson, the fourth lesson, is learning from failure. We should reframe failure as an opportunity for growth rather than as a sign of inadequacy or lack of skill. Because that's really all failure is. It's a point of growth, a point of learning. And I've had so many times where setbacks led to valuable insights and even just breakthroughs through my self-improvement, which are too long and too many to even begin to think about. But I think you can imagine that in your life too, whenever you failed at something, you've got a lot more benefit out of it than you would have expected. So let's adjust our strategies. You should have flexibility in your approach. Experiment with different strategies and techniques to find what works best for you. But the importance of being open to feedback and adapting to changing circumstances, and even like being willing to revise goals and plans as needed, is incredibly important. Because if you have unrealistic goals, again, that is your baseline, and when you don't meet the baseline, you will be sadder than when you meet your lower goals. And I have an actionable step for you. Tonight, or or the next day, if it's already too late for you, you're gonna go out somewhere and fail. You're gonna try to you can try to go ask somebody out just on the street, or cold approach, or you can try to have a workout with somebody in your gym who's way stronger than you, and you'll see you're gonna fail, but you're gonna learn a lot from it. And that's your actionable step for today. Go out there and fail. Go out there and fail and learn from the experience so you can get out of your comfort zone and improve your life. Because if you're not failing, you're not even trying. So what such a powerful quote. If you're not failing, you're not even trying. Wow. So, let's summarize. The reality of failure and setbacks in self-improvement is not a bad thing. It is rather a good thing that I wish for everyone. I hope you fail. I hope I fail on my goals. Because if we don't fail, we're not trying, and it's not interesting like that. If we can easily achieve everything, self-improvement gets boring, and we should be failing often. So, if you want to learn more about self-improvement, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss these videos, or follow my Patreon, because I have a lot of content on there that's more unfiltered and more deep. And like the video and embrace progress, not perfection. See ya.